and welcome to DK Vine Done Slow. Do-do-do-do. Alright. We can watch the sizzle reel here, but let's just progress. Alright, so we're at 86%. Almost 8 hours into the game itself, not counting time lingering. Of course, we're just going to pull up our last save state there. And there we are, back in the save cave, where it's nice and warm and cozy, and Wrinkly is asleep, as always, surrounded by birds that are no doubt pecking her eyes and her hair, shitting everywhere. All right, here we go. Kastle KAOS. So this is the big. I mean, I guess it's the final. Presented as the final boss of the game, and of course. There's more. There's the whole lost world ahead of us, but this is, for all intents and purposes, the climax of the story itself. And of course, this is a little bit more traditional than we usually get in a Donkey Kong Country game up until this point, because in the original game, you had the Gangplank Galleon sailing towards the island, and then you have the final battle with K. Rool atop the Gangplank Galleon's deck, and it's just one boss fight. It's not actually a whole world. DKC2 expands that concept a little bit by having the fake out at the top of K. Rool's keep, and then he takes off in the Flying Croc, and then you have that little bit before you reach the boss fight with Screech's Sprint. And here we just have a traditional world in front of the final boss, and it's the last boss fight in this world. But I don't know, like, I think it's fine the way they do it. I think that, you don't need to keep the formula so much. So I'm okay with it. It is interesting that I don't think we have the angry face represented here like you do in other worlds, the angry face on the map screen for the bosses. I've tried a long time to examine the design of Kastle KAOS and see if there's a hidden face in there, but I can't make anything out that wouldn't just be straight up madness. I do like the blinky purple lights at the top, though, just to signify that that's where the boss fight is actually going to take place, and it does call into question what it looks like when Dixie and Kiddy are just traipsing through the rest of the castle. What does that look like? I don't know. But apparently there were no booby traps. There was nothing really worth documenting in the game's case, so we'll just accept it, I guess. Alright. Let's go into Kastle KAOS for the final showdown with Chaos. Not the last showdown. He appears in Donkey Kong Land 3. I mean, I guess if Chaos is gendered, I think he's gendered as a he, even though, he's AI. Well, a little bit more than AI, but that's, well, spoiler territory. Let's go. We're click, Kong's back. Click, this time Chaos will be victorious. 3 exclamation points there. So here it picks up where it left off, essentially. Where the last fight with Chaos and Mechanos picked up, which I like. Oh, there's a barrel over there. Okay, it's been a while since I did it. So you see those feet underneath the curtain there. Oh, Got like little wiggly toes behind there. This scenery, by the way, this background is gorgeous. I believe this was done by artist Lee Ray. He uploaded a bunch of DKC3 backgrounds he did on his website way back, and they were preserved. And here we have the lower head of Chaos, just lobbing grenades. Why not? This will allow us to get the barrel. Ah, I missed. Now I have to evade the grenades, which is an awesome rhyme. Bye, Dixie. The lower head of Chaos is pretty weird. He's got like eyeballs and like fleshy eyeballs, and anyway, that's it. Chaos is defeated. The hook comes down. You're like, oh, okay, end of the game. I win. But wait a second. Oh, it's him. Oh no, what have you done? My wife's going to kill me. I used all of her best pots and pans to make him. And then you just cast him aside as if he were a stack of empty tins. Okay, Dixie. I thought that's what he was, says Kiddy. Or maybe Dixie from the barrel. What? How dare you? Chaos was my ticket to world domination. And I'd have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids. Watch Velma on HBO Max. I guess it just isn't your day, is it? Says Kiddy, or maybe Dixie from the barrel. Well, you may have roasted my robot, but I'm the master chef around here. Wow. And I reckon it's about time your goose was cooked. Excellent metaphor, K-Rool. You really carried that to fruition. You didn't mix the metaphors. You stuck with it. All right, so here we go. The reappearance of K-Rool. Bye, Kiddy. I got the barrel down. So, yeah, there's a lot to unpack here. Wow, I'm rusty at this fight. So rusty. So we don't have to go through the chaos bit again, thankfully. It just starts up with K-Rool. But let's take this little intermission to unpack what we just saw, because the story of Donkey Kong Country 3 is so obtuse, and it's not really spelled out except from what you can infer from this. So, and of course we don't have all the pieces yet, but okay, so Chaos, the new leader of the Kremlings, which is the smoke screen for K-Rool. Well, he claims world domination, but it's like, why did he have to go through the ruse? And it's never explained. As a kid, and up till now, I still believe it's due to the fallout from Donkey Kong Country 2 and Land 2, where essentially K-Rool has lost his empire. Crocodile Isle is gone. A good portion of the Kremlings and related species have been wiped out. The survivors are scattered, cast to the winds, and so K-Rool has essentially, there's been a quiet coup d'etat, right, where K-Rool has just been ousted because, well, fuck you. You've ruined everything. You're a terrible king. You're done. And so K-Rool uses Chaos as his puppet ruler to continue to exert influence during this time period, and sets up sort of this rump Kremling empire here in the Northern Kremisphere. Yeah, we'll talk more about Baron K. Rulenstein a little bit later. So I don't know if it really like comes through that this is K-Rool for one reason. No, I need to get his back. I know. There we go. I love his little hella backpack, Tweety bird flapping his wings thing he does. Yeah, I'm bad at this. It's been a while since I've done this, and I'm really more interested in talking about Baron K. Rulenstein right now than I am actually So if I crouch, he hovers over me. Unless he's doing his little bouncy thing. Alright. Thankfully the barrel doesn't burst when he... Oh, I did... His fat ass was too fat. I thought I was clear of his fat ass. Yeah. And now I have to go back to the other hook. Why does he have little levers that drop barrels? I don't know. It's a mad scientist laboratory. But Baron K. Rollenstein, I don't know if he... So to me, when this was happening when I was a kid, and this would have been early 97 by the time I got to this part of the game, I was having a furious debate with my friend. Is this K. Rool? He doesn't really look like K. Rool 100%. 103% even. He looks... Damn it. He looks different. And I couldn't figure out why he looks so different. And it's because... Shit. Sorry. I don't have his patterns down to a T yet, so... The reason he looks different is because they gave him this toupee to really sell this mad doctor persona that they have him in. But the problem is, K. Rool's forehead is so small. It was designed to basically be non-existent. He's designed to be wearing a crown or maybe a large pirate hat. Shit, I need to get the barrel more centered. So, well, no, this works, actually. Never mind. Anyway, to put the toupee on him, they had to artificially enlarge his forehead. And that's why he looks so odd here. And, we've surmised that it's basically a false forehead. Like, it's a toupee slash headpiece. Which is stupid, but it's the only sensible explanation to account for his huge cranium that doesn't exist in any other appearance. So this won't be the last time we have to account for a difference in K. Rool's appearance. DK64, we see his toes, and his toes don't match his toes in other appearances. So, anyway, we'll get to that whenever I do DK Vine Done Slow, Donkey Kong 64. Oh my god. Alright. I'm rusty at this. I haven't done this in years. I made quick work of Chaos because I had just fought Chaos in Mechanos, and I was familiar with what he was about. Okay, there we go. I gotta use the levers sometimes to evade the flappy flaps. Ah, but I can't evade that flappy flap. Alright. So now we hit the next stage of the fight, and we've got 3 levers. Oh my god. Oh, and then he gets electrocuted. That's satisfying. So yeah, this is K. Rool. Let's not question it. He's Baron K. Rollenstein, which doesn't even work as a pun. It's... Out of the original trilogy, this is the stupidest, weakest persona. That being said, I still really like it. Oh, wow. Overshot, and I got electrocuted. Alright. This is giving me time to talk about the things I want to talk about, which is part of the point of this series. So I don't mind not being great at it as we start. I'm going to start as Kiddy, though. And they do position these so, you know, both Kongs. I was going to say every Kong, like Lanky has anything to do with this, but both Kongs aren't really at a disadvantage here, as you might think they would be. But yeah, this is his weakest persona. I think it's because, you know, King K. Rool is the most boringest, let's be honest, because it's just the baseline. It's just what you hang everything else on. Oh my god. I didn't mean to do that. Captain K. Rool fit him like a glove. It was perfection. And I think there's nowhere to go after that. Like you couldn't continue on an upward trajectory after that. That was it. So they wanted to keep his identity crisis going, which I fully support. And they thought having this whole fake out thing, you don't even know he's in the game, and oh, he's a mad scientist. I thought that was okay. What? You're supposed to land on the lever, Kiddy. I just think it was a little confusing, especially with the way... Oh, I aimed too high. The way they sold the plot, you really thought KAOS was going to be cooler than he was, and you weren't even anticipating K-Rool. Like, this... I didn't know this was Jesus. I didn't know this was going to happen. I didn't know he was going to be in the game. I completely, as a dumb kid, took them at face value that K-Rool wasn't going to be in this one. I thought they were saving him for the N64 game. There we go. And so it was kind of a letdown, honestly, at the time. As ludicrous as it sounded, ooh, they put K-Rool in a Donkey Kong game? How dare they? But at the time, you know, K-Rool was all we had gotten with the Donkey Kong Country and Land series. And I was looking forward to a new villain, even if he was just with the Kremlings. I was looking forward to something different. And it was kind of a letdown that it was just like, oh, it's just K-Rool again. Is it always just going to be K-Rool? Can't we do anything new in this series? And then, you know, flash forward 15 years and you're like, where's K-Rool? I want K-Rool back. But I think they could have gone in a new direction with the third one and then just brought K-Rool back in the N64 game. But ultimately, I'm okay with how it worked out. I don't know why I mistimed that. Like, this plot, as ludicrous as it is, it does fit K-Rool's personality. And as cool as it would have been to wait to see him, you know, until 1999 or whatever, And especially, you know, after Returns and Tropical Freeze and this whole period where, is K-Rool ever coming back? I'm not going to turn up my nose at more K-Rool appearances, even, you know, retroactively. I really like that Smash incorporated the Hella backpack. I mean, everything about K-Rool and Smash really just pops, and the fact that they acknowledge and incorporate his entire history. Uh-oh, he's changed his pattern. What does it mean? Alright, K-Rool. No, I'm gonna wait. There we go. I do think if I could have made one design suggestion, if I was in the barn in 96, I could have made one design. Oh man, I needed to be patient. Yeah, alright, lesson learned. If I could have made one design decision for Baron K. Rollenstein to really make it, I don't know, work better with what came before, Frightwig. Let's not have the elongated forehead. I think they're going for a Frankenstein's monster thing, because they also gave him bolts on the neck, which I know it muddies the waters between the Doctor and the creation, when KAOS is the creation and he's the Doctor. But they were trying to go for this Frankenstein's monster, Boris Karloff thing with the long forehead. But I would have given him a Frightwig, a big, long, like, mad scientist Frightwig, sort of Bride of Frankenstein if they wanted to you know, incorporate a little bit of that aesthetic, similar to, I guess, what Dr. Forrester had in Mystery Science Theater 3000. God. Stay down, Dixie. When he comes back, hit him with the barrel. This is really the point where K. Rool becomes way more unhinged in presentation than he had been portrayed previously. He's cracking. He's cracking under the pressure of everything that's happened in the last 2 years. And yeah, he mentions his wife. I'm sure some of you in the chat are talking about his wife. I will check in with the chat next time I die, I promise. And that's been a fan debate since 1996. Is he actually married, or is that just him being cute? Was he quoting something? Yeah, I'm fine either way. He could have a wife. That would be a great character to meet eventually, I think. But he could also just be full of shit, because who would want to marry him? I guess there's always people looking to marry people for power and prestige. It'd be a good, fun character. Another way to set him apart from Bowser and other Nintendo antagonists. Honestly, rare antagonists, too. Trying to think if there are any married rare antagonists other than Baron von Ghoul, who's a widower, although his wife's ghost does pop up from time to time. Gwyneth von Ghoul. Alright, and now what are you going to do? Because you're going to hit the button and then something new is going to happen. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, I need to. Yeah, I'm mistiming this completely. I think do I need to get the barrel to drop on him, or do I just need to grab the barrel, get up on the platform? I think I need to get up on the platform with the barrel. I don't think it's dropping it on him will do anything but break the barrel. Alright. Getting better. As the Beatles song goes. I said I was going to check in with the chat. I guess I lied. I'll do that next death. I like the little... It's mesmerizing. The little... Is that like supposed to be a radar scope in the background? I mean, I don't think they really thought through what any of this equipment really did. It's just all, you know, nonsense for a generic mad scientist laboratory in an old castle, but I like you've got the little gurney in the background with the straps. Which that's presumably where Chaos first came to life, which I don't think that would have fit him, but... Oh, okay. I was trying to get the barrel to come down during that sequence when the sequence was over. Oh, fuck me. I also want to know what those books on the shelf are. What books would K. Rool need to read to learn about building a robot? As far as K. Rool boss fights go, nothing will touch K. Rool Duel in DKC 2. I think that will always be the gold standard. at least for the foreseeable future. This is pretty fun, though. It's multi-tiered, it's varied. Now, when I say pretty fun, I don't mean the most iconic, because, again, the Gangplank Galleon fight in Donkey Kong Country is iconic. I wouldn't say it's the best, but it is iconic. But this is definitely, up there. I hold no ill will towards this boss fight. I know I'm struggling with it, but I like that it's challenging. Alright, he's still going. I never know if it's like the end of the sequence or if there's a little bit, because I don't want to jump ahead of myself here. And then he'll take me off guard, and then I died so many times as a kid doing just that, looking before I leaped. Alright, so now it's this bit, right? This bit that confused me last time, where we have the electrodes going on and off, and the barrel will drop, so I've got to be quick. Okay. Oh, no! And now it's going to be the other one, right? The other lever. Yeah, so I'm going to have to be quick. Yeah, eat shit. I like how he just... I guess his hella backpack is just, like, faltering, and he can't get any elevation, so obviously it's the game waiting for the electrodes to kick in, but it's just a nice, funny little glitching thing for him, similar to his blunderbuss backfiring on him. Ah, too high. Kiddy does throw better here. This is one area. I will say, being more agile, Dixie's better from getting a platform to platform, but Kiddy is the one who is the better thrower, given how he throws. Okay. Ooh, I'm gonna wait. Didn't have my footing there. Bye. He just falls through the trapdoor. That's 74 bonus coins. And there's the Chaos's body. What? Whoa, my head. What happened? 1 minute I was dreaming about the world's biggest pile of bananas. The next I was a power-crazed madman. Hey, don't worry, Donkey. Thanks to Dixie, it's over. I'm impressed. Woohoo! I bet even Cranky would be after that performance. No, not really. Right, you go this way, Kiddy, and I'll go that way. You would hit a guy with glasses, would ya? Oh, and it just cuts off. It doesn't even want to focus on that bit. What the fuck is that ending? Okay, so Cranky put on novelty glasses that he just had on him, even though he already wears glasses. The humor doesn't always land in DKC3, does it? So, yeah, while this is Dixie's photo album, and I don't want to give short shift to the many classic baddies of DKC3. Classic and DK Vine's book, at least, like Naka. Yeah, Donkey and Diddy were chaos. Or rather, they were the Matrix-style brain batteries of chaos, even though they were somewhat conscious of the whole experience of being chaos. So K. Rool broke into their bedroom at night, abducted them, and used them as living batteries. 3 years before the Matrix, by the way. So bravo, Rare. Bravo, DKC3 team. You really were ahead of the curve there. It's a weird plot. the first plot was K. Rool steals the bananas, and now we're here. Um, that's just sequel creep, you know? Just things get more and more ludicrous the longer you go, but I like it. I mean, it's a stupid, stupid plot, but it's, I think it's endearingly weird, and it's perfectly weird for the third game in the series. I'm probably one of only like 40 people who could describe the plot of DKC3 from beginning to end. And it's not over, you know, that's just like the main climax. What happened to Donkey and Diddy? What's with Chaos? Why are the Kremlings here? It's I guess it's explained as much as it's ever going to be explained. Anyway, this is a clever little conceit for the cast of characters, for the character parade, rather than just having this nebulous, non-canon progression of the various characters and models throughout the game in one singular location. Here we have it through the conceit of Dixie's photo album, which I think works considering the nature of the vacation aspect of this game. Even though Dixie isn't really the one on vacation, it was Donkey and Diddy, you know. Now, we've never seen a Minky in a mill, so... I mean, it's... I don't know how canonical this bit is either, but at least they present it in a narrative structure. It's the only time I think Rare ever does this. We haven't even seen Swoopy all that much yet. Oh, Booty Bird. Yeah, I mean, it is fun to see some of these characters in completely different level archetypes that we never saw them in before. Just like it's fun seeing some of those baddies in Donkey Kong's treehouse at the end of the original game. Of course, this is like the VCR technology used in the saving aspects in Wrinkly's Save Cave. This is also a bit archaic in that these are supposed to be what, Polaroid pictures, you know, instant developed film, and you know, nowadays Dixie would just take pictures on her cell phone. This was 1996 though, and you know, I don't, you know, you can say that dates the game. I think being on a Super Nintendo dates the game, so at the very least this is just more of a period piece. It's very much of the era it came out, from VCR technology and Polaroids to the fact that the N64 was brand new. That's the one thing I like about Rare games, is they take place in the years they were released. Here we get little pixelated renders of the boss characters. And yes, Squirt comes before Chaos. Top Cove is third, I know. I'd love to see like the actual renders of these not in the game. Like Bleak, I love that image of Bleak right there. Here we get a little protracted bit of K. Rool being silly. Because we haven't seen K. Rool that much. I don't think it's really sunk in that it's K. Rool. But if you didn't know it was K. Rool at this point... he can't get it to work. Oh, got him. Baron K. Roolenstein. First class friends. They will not list quacks. Even Rare was, for whatever reason, hesitant to name the purple parrot. But there's Perry. Take solace in Perry's existence. Ah, yes, here we go. The Brothers Bear, and they pair these up because there's so many of them. Bazaar and Barnacle. Such small pictures, too. I want larger pictures of the Brothers Bear. Brash and Blunder. Blue and Bazooka. Blizzard and Bramble. And also, yeah, I would want to see, like, the full scenery behind them. These little postage stamp sized. Benny and Bjorn and Barter. Oh my god, they just cram them all three in the same screen. And Baffle and Boomer, who we have not met. We have not met Boomer yet. Spoilers, he's in the Lost World. Crucial Kongs. Yeah, why is Funky in the mill? It looks like Funky just, like, broke open a cocaine stash there with his hammer. Why is Swanky in the mill? What is he gesturing to? Flour? Why is Wrinkly exercising in the mill? What is happening? Oh, and even though we just saw Cranky on another screen, we're just going to keep Cranky in the sideshow, even though you could clearly put him in the mill to keep it consistent. Anyway, I like this bit. I've looped this, so it's just Kiddy going back and forth in a constant GIF. Just bouncing back and forth in the snowdrifts. Interestingly, they don't put Donkey and Diddy here, even though Donkey was part of the character parade in DKC 2. They're just excluded here. Which I think is a little unfair. They're in the game. Alright, let's go with the Crazy Kong creators. M. Wilson, head programmer. T. Atwood. S. Horsberg. V. Gunn. Mark Stevenson. N. Crook. Crook was a DKC2 baddie. P. Dunn. C. Tilly. C. Woods. That's Lee Ray. I know that much. C. Peel. Evelyn Fisher. Additional music, David Wise. Game testing, M. Ward. Gary Richards. G. Hood. George Andreas. Got him. J. Williams. M. Penny. G. Jones. And then Michael Kelbow. Hi, Michael Kelbow. C. Needham. T. Herzog. T. Betchel. T. Bridgham. R. Johnson. I. Marshall. B. Smith. The Bug House 9. All right. Manual. Gary Richardson. Nintendo Power. Thanks, Mr. Yamamuchi, Mr. Lincoln, Mr. Awakawa, Mr. Fukudu, J. Hawkbird, E. Was, R. Richardson, Ken Lobb, K. Kondo. Oh my God. I need a lozenge here. I'm sorry, I'm missing all of these Nintendo Japan people who they thanked. There's Simon Farmer, and then S. Stamper, G. Mail, C. Sutherland, S. Mail, C. Gage. All the people who helped with the first one and the second one. Who formed the structure of this. Rare ACM 3 is what they're calling this. Yeah, sorry, I gave up reading all the credits. I was trying to give everyone their due, and then once we got into the special thanks, there's original Donkey Kong creator Shigeru Miyamoto, P. Weaver, Andy Collard, thank you. You know, not enough credit goes to Andy Collard and the people who made DKC3 a reality. Down to the music, you know. So they're all-time greats. I'm only fourth after Cranky, Funky, Swanky. I'm beating Wrinkly so far. But, yeah. I do have a Cool Kong rating. This whole ranking system, like, who gives a shit? This is something you care about in an arcade setting, but by 1996, most people had moved on, unless you were like a fighting game aficionado. I can't really think of anybody who is that concerned with stuff like this. This is very much, I think, an old older mindset when it comes to putting stuff in video games, which of course the people making these games would have grown up with these arcade rankings. But to the kids playing DKC3, we're like, I don't care. I beat the game. I don't care that you're artificially ranking me against your nonsense. And then we're gonna do a little circle wipe there.